Good, beautiful morning, everybody. Welcome to the Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. This is all Q&A for you guys today. So we're just going to give people time, opportunity to come on and join us here live on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. It's very interesting times for all of us. I want to talk a bit about what they've been telling me about disease, because they've been telling me about disease and what disease is as a function of emotion, which I found really interesting, the idea that disease as a function of emotion. And they also said that the function of health is also an emotion. And I found that very, very interesting. Good morning, Susan. How you doing? Hi, Anna. Hi, guys. Good morning, Lori. Hi, Christopher. That emotion, when we will be doing, it's primarily Q&A for you guys today. So if you got a question, you can ask a question. If you really want to prioritize your question, you can use the super chat feature if you're on YouTube. And I'll do the best I can to field as many questions from your guides, your angels, the other beings that want to come through and communicate to us. Yet it's important I cover this for each and every one of you that will hear this wherever you are, that disease as a function of emotion is an element of emotion that's been accumulated and stored in your body over various periods of time. That is, when you hold on to anger, frustration, guilt, shame, self-judgment, any negative emotion that you choose to hold on to is going to immediately affect the chemistry of your body. And it's going to cause your body to function in very specific ways, actions. Certain muscle groups will tighten, certain organs will react, different parts of your body will be engaged in different qualities of emotion. Whether those emotions are negative or positive, the principle they said remains true either way. And they, as in the Galactic Federation, that you must understand that the function of emotion is cumulative and regenerative. It manifests itself as disease and health and as all the existing conditions in the human system of creation. I found that quite exciting, that we can generate emotions that are going to sustain conditions of health or sustain conditions of disease. Good morning. Hi. Good morning, Kathy. Good to see you. Yeah, so Kathy's saying here on YouTube, good morning. Yes, this is how I healed from 15 years of autoimmune disease, dealing with the buried root stress and transmuting emotion. And this is one thing that conventional medicine, conventional psychiatry, and psychology do not address, the function of liberating emotions, old stored emotions from our body. But they said it's not a difficult thing to do. It's far easier to learn when you are cognizant and aware of how you can apply simple principles of thought and emotion towards your own mind and body to induce a change in it. And they find that very simple, a lot simpler than it took to accumulate the disease. That's really wonderful, Kathy. Thank you for sharing that. When you start to release old emotion from your body, we just did our 102 course on liberation, which is all about learning that process. And how do you recognize, and by the way, these courses that we teach are channeled by the Ascended Masters. They're not a course taught by me personally. It is information that is channeled through me, and it's pretty remarkable. So they say it's important that this be understood right now, especially with these incoming ascension energies. With these incoming ascension energies, your body is going to be affected organically by cosmic radiation, X-rays, gamma rays, and other frequencies of energy. And your body's going to be affected in both positive and negative ways. And the nature and quality of the emotions that you hold in your body is going to determine how those energies coming into your body are going to be repurposed. And for some of you that, thank you so much. Whoa, got a new subscriber today. I got to check this out. Hang on here. new subscriber on YouTube. Thank you so much. Okay, it's there. Second subscriber on TikTok today. So we've got Oma0328 and Tracy Bylicious. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for being my second and first subscribers on TikTok. My goal is to try and get 5 subscribers by the end of this week. I will be coming live again on TikTok. But let's come back to this. It's really important. Emotion and thought. This is the statement they've given me. Emotion and thought are accumulative and regenerative. By that they mean that we generate thoughts, they generate emotions, and they begin to self-perpetuate themselves. They begin to create an attractive energy to them. If they're predominantly negative emotions, then they tend to cultivate behaviors and functions that are negative. If they're generally positive emotions, then they conduct and generate emotions and actions that are generally positive. At any time you become aware of a negative emotion, you have as your option the opportunity to transmute or transform old emotions, release them from the body so they will not accumulate and produce the functional diseases that many people are dealing with today. But let's scroll through here. I want to see who. So someone's asking, hi share person. Thank you for that joy thing. Erica. Hi, Erica. Are Jason and I meant to be together? They're telling me to tell you this. It is a decision that you are both free to determine yourself. You are in an age, all of you are in an age of creation. You are able to create the conditions and experiences that you wish to have. When we asked that we be able to articulate through William these ideas that your accumulative emotions can cause conditions that you are experiencing as your life right now, this is a good example. Relationship. What is your accumulated emotions around relationships? If your accumulated emotions around relationships that you've had are predominantly negative, then it is more likely you will reproduce something similar to that. But if your accumulated emotion around relationship is beautiful and wondrous and grateful and powerful and strong, then you are going to do very well in your subsequent relationships. It would still be very prudent for you to identify inside your body where you harbor negative emotions about relationships and release those old emotions from your body. I want to give. Okay, so an example of that would be, let's say your last relationship was very aggressive and negative and you felt a lot of anger and a lot of pain. But what you don't realize is when you're going to a state of anger and pain, you store that emotion in your body. You hold it in. And it needs to be released. If you keep it in the body, it's going to act as a creative influence in your subsequent time space. In other words, in subsequent relationships. So learn to liberate old emotions out of your body. And again, you can go and check out the description of our 102 Masterclass, and it'll tell you what happens in that program about learning how to release old, dense emotions from within your body that have been accumulated. And some people hold emotions from childhood, a lot of pain, anger, judgment, and it remains in their body in an unconscious level and affects them negatively. And you want to get rid of that stuff. You don't want to hold on to old emotions. They will not let you create anything new in your life. They will keep repeating the same problems again and again because the energy is in your system that causes that effect. But you guys are going to have a really great time if you, they're saying if you commit to it, if you both commit to it, commit to the vision. You must commit to the vision together. If you commit to the vision together, then it is inevitable. It is inevitable what will happen. Somebody, Laura Lee, hi Laura. I just put in a request to have an amendment to a law for mental health. Will it help? I get a very strong yes for this. As long as you understand the distinction between mental health and mental dis-ease, these two diametrically opposite states of health and disease are emotional dependent in that the individuals harboring a specific state will manifest functional or dysfunctional expressions of actions through their body. Understand that the moment you can find a way to empower an individual to release old emotions from their system, they will not be finding themselves repeating old patterns again and again and again. Much of the human dysfunction on this planet today is because there are a lot of unconscious emotions that are left underneath, and you seek to try and find amelioration from your suffering by forcing others to be or do what you think they should be and do in order for you to feel comfortable, rather than looking within yourself to where you hold on to old emotions that impede your personal growth and development unconsciously. There's not one among you that wishes to suffer. That is the truth. There's not one among you that wishes to suffer. Not one among you. Wonderful. Thank you so much. How are we doing there? There it is. I'm just learning to use these different functions. And at the same time, wow. Thank you. Got 2 other new subscribers today on TikTok. Thank you so much, Pam and Sharpoxo. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. That's totally awesome. I'll try and get to your questions if you pop them up. Yes. Question from Nadia. Will Veronica choose me for the operations job? I'm being told you've got it. Yes. You've been praying for this for a while. What is important now is that you find the place in your own self where you feel the worthiness of this, that you are worthy of this. In fact, you are. If you feel that vibration, then you need not concern yourself with whether out there will or will not. The vibration will assure you of the result. But I'm being told, yes, if you are able to sustain and cultivate that feeling of, wow, I'm really grateful for this job. That's a really powerful place to be, that you already have the job. Wow. Thank you so much. I'll try and catch up on the question. Lung cancer. I'm recovering from surgery and grateful. Oh, Pamela, was that you? That I think it was you last week that asked the Ascended a question about your surgery. I'm so happy to hear that it went so well. And I'm just curious to know, did you bless the surgeons before the surgery? I'm so happy for you. Again, yes, okay, hang on. Sorry, there's a lot of excitement going on here. Really important to understand that dis-ease in the body has its root in emotional energies. The liberation of the condition from your biology must now be followed up, Pamela. It must now be followed up by the willingness to release the underlying emotion that sustained that condition. And what again, I get a sensation, an awareness of bitterness and frustration that you've got in your subconscious mind that happened somewhere between ages 10 and 14. Something happened that will make you very bitter and uncomfortable. And you need to release that emotion out of your body. Because you can release so emotion can cause a disease in the body if it's a really strong negative emotion. Like people that get angry will tighten things up, and the tightening of muscles will restrict blood flow and will begin to cause problems over an extended period of time. But I'm being told for you to go into the place where the irritation, the frustration from that part of your life occurred, and literally release that frustration from your body. Like release that frustration from your body with love and with grace. It's really important that you let go of negative emotions with love and grace. Don't project them at somebody. Don't blame anybody. Just release them with love and grace. We've got a question from Nancy here over on YouTube for Archangel Marco. It said he was working with me on healing. What was he referring to? My body feels very healthy. Yes, but you have to understand your function of healing is what was brought to your attention. The function of healing. Your function as a healer. Your function as a healer needs to be considered now. It needs to be considered now. Yes. I don't know why the word nursery is coming to my head. Something about a nursery. I'm just told to give that to you. There's something to do with the nursery. You got to get connected to this nursery in some way. There's a mother or a parent there that you're going to connect with. Again, I don't know what nursery it is, but there's a nursery that you need to connect to. Wow. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Pamela. Someone's asking, am I happily married then? Blissfully married. Yes. Thank you so much. But I want to say this to you, the fact that you would say that it's really important you realize that what you want, the minute you adore something out there that you want, then there's a part of you internal to yourself that is yearning for that. And what I want to suggest to you right now is that how would you feel if you had the relationship of your dreams without having to put a face to it or a name, but what would you feel like? Because remember, emotion, they keep telling us this all the time. Emotion is energy in motion. It can't be created. It cannot be destroyed. It can only be changed from one state to another. And if you're yearning for a relationship, then instead of yearning for a relationship, which is a vibrational energy of I'm wanting it and it's not there, I'm needing it, then go into how it would feel if you already had that person beside you, adoring you, cherishing you, and you were adoring him. Get into the feeling of what it is now, and that feeling will precipitate the manifestation. They say this to us quite a bit. The emotion organizes the conditions of our matter. Over and over again. I love that. Yes. G-Bay Girl is saying, I'm at a crossroads in my life. What's my lesson from this? They're saying, they, as in your guardian angels, are saying it's very important that you decide the meaning of the crossroads. Where are you going energetically? Are you going towards love? Are you going towards fear? Are you going towards joy? You're going towards aloneness. What do you wish to go to emotionally? You must embrace the emotion for the functional behaviors that will support its manifestation coming into your life. Very important that you understand that concept. Yeah, thank you. Question from Lori. I have aphantasia, cannot visualize in mind's eye. It's a blessing because my mind is usually pretty quiet, but I feel it might hinder me in other ways. Any insight or advice on this? I'm being told, I've got Archangel Michael telling me that it is not a problem with your mind. Again, you do not want to engage your mind in the process of creation and visualization. You want to engage your consciousness in the feeling of that which you seek. The feeling of what you seek, when you gain experience, that the feeling for what you are seeking is equally as powerful as what it is you could visualize or imagine in your mind. The feeling, which is a function that we have called clairsentience, is a function of creation. Energy, feeling, emotion are functions of creation. They direct your body and they direct your mind in very specific ways. And you, as an awareness, have the ability to generate feelings and emotions that will produce changes in not only your body, but in the environment around you. So I would encourage you to feel more of what you want than to see more of what you want, because the feeling is equal in effect to the seeing that you so desire. Again, the vibration of clairsentience is more functional for you as a creator in this dimension. Clairsentience, which is being able to feel clearly. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow, guys. Thank you. All these new subscribers on TikTok. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Pamela says, her recovery is going well. I know there's more I can do to heal. Deeply, yes. Again, it's the emotion. And again, I'm so happy for you, Pamela. And yeah. Karen saying, does my late husband know how much he affected my life and new career path? Yes. You weren't saying, he was saying bon voyage to you. He was saying bon voyage to you for that journey that you were going on. It was not just for his departure, but for yours also in your new life. He's saying that the influence isn't going to stop there, darling. It's not going to stop there. Yes. In the evening, when you go to sleep, he energetically lies beside you. He brings his energy beside you. Yes. What he wants you to do is to not think of him as missing, but to feel his presence, especially in the evening when your mind is not so busy. He says you get really busy, your mind is racing a lot during the daytime, so it's hard for you to feel his presence around you. But his presence is around you quite a bit. Wow, it's really great when they stick around energetically and support us that way. Congratulations on that. Hi, Beth. Beth is asking, do I have a message from my do I have a message from her spirit guides? There's this there's a song that goes dream, 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 but I'm hearing the words green, green, green. You need to be around green forest. You need to be around green food, green, like green. You need to be really in the vibration of green, the vitality of green. Anything you can put in the body that's green right now is very important for you. Yes, there's a circle of trees that you're familiar with. There's a circle of trees that you are familiar with. Go in the midst of these trees, but green. Surround yourself with green. Green food, yeah, green, like, really important. They're saying it'll open your ears. It will open her ears for her to see. Yeah. Whether you're listening or feeling or seeing, it's all seeing. You can see with your eyes, you can see with your ears, you can see with your feelings, you can see with your knowing. It's all seeing. That's why they call it the all-seeing eye. Thank you so much. Great question. Question from Drusilla. How am I doing with my vibration? Oh, I just want to say thank you, Drusilla, for that, because in asking the question, I can feel the beauty of who you are. And I'm being told to tell you to remember that. Remember that about yourself. Like remember the beauty of who you are, because it's what you're being. All the earthly stuff, yeah, they're saying pack it away for a couple of days. Pack away all the earthly stuff, all the politics, all the social stuff. Go back to the joy of your children and your children's children. Be in the joy of the familial energy. Let that be your joy for this time. It will recenter you and ground you. What is important is right under your nose. What is important is right under your nose. I love that. Thank you so much, Drusilla. Great question. Yeah, there's so much happening right now. So much. Yeah, I'm going to say this again. Yeah, I will. So they're telling me to say again, there is energy coming into this planet. I don't know if you guys can notice it, but you look up at the sun. When I was a kid, the sun looked yellow. Now it looks white, right? The statement white hot comes to mind. And this is because there's a larger amount of energy emanating from it that the sun is receiving from the galactic center. And the earth and all that's upon it is receiving this energy too. This energy can only be used in one of two ways, for good or not for good. It can only be used in one of those two ways. Wow, getting all these new subscribers on TikTok, it's amazing. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. But this energy cannot be used neutrally. You cannot not use it. Every one of us, every single soul on this planet, whether you're conscious of who you are, whether you're awake or asleep, whether you're caught in pain or suffering, this energy will amplify the dominant emotion that you keep your attention focused on. And they keep telling me to tell everyone, keep your attention in love. Keep your focus on the things that excite you and give you joy and happiness. Stay away from any functions of anger, any functions of judgment, any functions of greed, any functions of objectification of others. It's important you keep your energy centered in your functions of love, which is your creativity, which is your giving nature, which is in taking care of your body, being vital and clear of mind. Understand these things are very important for you at this time. Very, very important. Drusilla's just saying, thank you, sweetie. Thank you for the super chat, Drusilla. Thank you, sweetie. I can feel the upgrades. Yeah, they're really coming in. I've been feeling them too. And it's beautiful if we can use it. Even people who are really struggling with health right now, if they can shift their energy into a feeling of love and really embrace their body, embrace their mind with love, it will energetically begin to shift it. And there's the extra energy coming from the sun to help us do that. Literally, it's real energy. It's a real thing. Good morning, fellow Canadian. Thank you so much. Yes, I am Canadian. Somebody's asking, good morning, Michael. How can I connect with my guides to ask them questions? Is that possible? Mark. Yes, Mark, it's absolutely possible. And the simplest and easiest way to do it is to first learn to sit your body down, get your body quiet, and then spend a few minutes, let your body relax, spend a few minutes, get your mind quiet, and move your awareness away from the five senses and just go inside and ask. You can literally ask for your guide, whether it's Archangel Michael or Master Jesus or Buddha or whomever you want to call your spirit guides, your animal guides, whatever. Ask them to come present with you, and you'll feel their energy come around you, right? But I also encourage you to do this when you're in a higher vibrational state. That is, when you're not caught up in fear or anger or sadness or judgment. You want to get your body and your mind into a state where they're open and receptive to you, so that you can be open and receptive to these other realms of information and consciousness that are all around us that we can't see with our physical eyes, because our physical eyes aren't attuned to different frequencies. But you can tune your awareness to different frequencies. But yeah, Mark, sit down, get the body quiet, and pick someone that you could feel their energy. Like Master Jesus, for me, was a really powerful one. Calling in Master Jesus and asking for his presence to come be with me in the here and now. And to feel how his energy just fills my whole body, right? To feel the energy of Archangel Michael. And you can think of the feeling you have about somebody you love in this physical world and feel the energy of them, and then call in Master Jesus. Feel the contrast in the energy. Again, we have a whole masterclass that teaches people how to sensitize their awareness to different realms of information and consciousness. And again, I encourage you to check out my website, WilliamMichaelForbes.com, and see if there's anything there that you might be interested in. Certainly our one-on-one masterclass loans itself. Another new subscriber, thank you. Our one-on-one masterclass loans itself to laying the foundation for learning how to connect to your guides and angels, so that you begin to know from within yourself. So it's not just somebody telling you they exist. You get to actually experience them. For me, 4.5 years ago, when I became conscious I was experiencing them, it was a real game changer for me. It completely turned my world upside up, And when you start with getting information and knowledge and wisdom and truth outside of what you've been getting from the world, there's such a feeling of freedom, because then you realize you do not have to depend upon the world for the knowledge you need to create a most beautiful life here. And so I wish that your guides and angels connect to you today, that they connect to you today. Yes. You got a guide that's called Marlin, Marlin, Marlin. He is coming to you to herald your request to commune with higher wisdom and knowledge, right? And that's available to everybody. It's not just a few people. There are no special people. We are all viewed the same way in the eyes of the divine creator, right? You have the ability, everybody has the ability to learn to connect to their guides, their angels, to talk to God, to talk to Master Jesus. Millions of people pray to Jesus. Millions of people pray to Allah. So everybody knows that these beings exist, but there's very little in the world that teaches us how to become sensitive to the presence of them around us and within us. And I'll tell you, when you do, it will turn your life upside up. It really will. It really, really will. Got a question from Moran. Can I have a message connected to my trip to England in May? I'm just being told to tell you this. If you're open to receiving him, I'm just telling you what they're telling me. If you're open to receiving him, then you shall receive him. Can you be more specific? She knows of what we speak. So you know what they're speaking of. They're saying you know what they speak of, Moran. And God bless you and enjoy your trip to England. I guess it's going to be really amazing. I want to say something. So Desiree Lorilla is asking, can you please let me know if my brother-in-law suffered when he passed? No, he did not suffer. The body went through a process of decompiling. Okay, understand, the body belongs to this world and it feels pain, it feels pleasure, the body does, but your brother is a soul. Any soul, when they transition, does not experience pain. The body might experience pain, but the soul is left untouched by the world in the truth. And yeah, just ask the Ascended Masters. They'll tell you the same thing. Wow, thank you so much. Sorry, he's showing me something about something really shiny. I'm trying to see it really shiny. Something really shiny that he wants you to have. Something really shiny he wants you to have. But he wants me to refer to that for you because you know what that shiny thing is. Very shiny, bright, like chrome, shiny. Something about an eye looking upon it too. There's two eyes and like an eagle connected to it, like the face of an eagle. It's very shiny, the face of an eagle. He wants you to have that. Yes, really cool. Thank you so much for that. Oh, somebody said, "Hey, glad I found you live." Yeah, just for those of you that are hi Shelton brothers. Listen, I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. My only goal in allowing this information to come through is to help shift human collective unconsciousness from the dominant state of fear back to a state of love. Because humanity has been slowly degrading into fear, degrading itself down into biology and thinking that the source of a body is where your beauty exists. Your body is not what defines what you are as a spiritual consciousness. But if your spiritual consciousness lowers itself to believing the body is who you are, then you're going to be caught up in the realm of instinct, the realm of survival, which is what we're seeing going on. People are aggrandizing sexuality and sensuality, and that just gets people lost in the functions of biology, which are strictly survival based. Your body's only based in survival. Eat, sleep, procreate, avoid pain, find pleasure. That's all your body is designed to do. And when you get lost in the body, you believe that the five physical senses are your only source of life and creation, then you'll continue to see what's happening on a global scale. Humanity degrading downward in its behavior, in its function, in its civility, in its character. And yet, by nature, every human soul on this planet is a function of love, and we've just gotten lost in the world. Jesus says it all the time. People keep getting so caught up in the stuff of the world, they've forgotten the rules of love. They've literally forgotten the rules of love, and I really like that because it's true. We've gotten so caught up in the stuff of the world that we've forgotten our souls and our function of love. And love isn't about making somebody address you a certain way, and love isn't about making people act a certain way because you want them to. Love is a function of acceptance and gratitude and appreciation, and love would never cause harm to anybody. Love does not hurt. I keep being told this. Love will never do harm. Only fear will do harm. Remember that. Love will never do harm. Fear can only do that. Remember that. So if you see people screaming at people, you're this and you're that, that's not love. I don't care who you are. When you're screaming at somebody, that's not love. I don't care who you are. That's not love. Love is a very different function. Anybody screaming and yelling at somebody, that's not a function of love. It's a function of terror, a function of fear, a function of the animus, right? And you're not an animal. Your body is not who you are. You're a spiritual entity. We got so many souls coming in. We got a lot of female souls that have been coming in, and they come into a male body, and now they're struggling, trying to accept that they're in a male body, and they want to try and change it to match who they think they are as a soul. As energetically, they're feminine. But learning to you come into another experience to gain another experience. You don't come into this world to not experience things. You come into to learn about life, to learn what creation is. And it's really important we learn to do that, right? They're coming through a lot of people. These spiritual beings are coming to us. The ascended masters. Jesus is coming on the planet. He's here. He's here. There are other ascended masters here. Jesus is not the only ascended master. There are many here. Then they are trying to get us to shift our consciousness from fear to love. You're going to see a lot more coming down the road very, very soon. Yeah. A lot of people at a crossroads. Someone's saying on, I've just got the name on TikTok. I have 2 marriage proposals, and I'm not sure which would make the right partner long term. Okay, we have a thing that we were given to teach people. We were given this to teach people. Everything that comes to our master classes, we've been given to teach people. And I want to share a part of this with you. It's really important. In making a decision like this, there's a part of you that knows. There's a part of you that knows the answer, and I know you know this. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows there's an answer to every single problem. Every problem in your life, everybody knows there is an answer. Most people are trained to try and find the answer out there in the world, maybe in a book or a teacher thing, and you might find your answer out there, but for the most part, there's a part of you that knows. And I want to invite you, because you got this beautiful opportunity, you got a problem that so many women would love to have, right? So you want to really go into it. Go into yourself. Go into this area of your body, the heart center. Like go right in here. Feel the energy. And then think of the one man and feel what the sensation is in this energy center, because it's the heart center. And when you put your attention on the one, what do you feel? Do you feel a greater expansion or a lesser expansion? And then bring the other in and see if what you feel in your heart center with that individual. As simple as it sounds, that your heart always knows. Your energy doesn't lie to you. The energy doesn't lie. And you can very easily assess how your consciousness energetically knows which one would prove more deserving and worthy of your companionship for the rest of this biological lifetime. Because the one you choose, if you choose correctly, you will be spending the rest of your lives together. It's also important you have that clear inside yourself before you make the decision, that you really feel, yes, I resonate. My energy is much more expanded and uplifted by this individual, but you're really blessed. I'm so happy for you that you have this opportunity to make this choice. They often tell us you want to get rid of the word or and put and, but I don't think that in relationship, unless you're of a philosophy that says that's possible, that is going to be very useful for you in the conventional society that you're living in. But you do know the answer to this question. I know you know, they know you know, and you know you know. You just got to go inside, get your mind, get your analysis out of the way, and feel the energy when you think about one and think about the other. You'll know the energy. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. And we've been taught to teach people how to just reawaken that sensitivity for yourself. Wow. Thank you so much for the gifter badges and stuff, Sasha. Thank you so much. Someone's asking me, what do I see for you this year? Hi, Laura. Okay. Yes. I'm being told to tell you it is very important that you have the joy and the love in your heart, that you project that into this coming year. You move the energy of your love forward into your timeline. Forward into your timeline. Move your love forward into your timeline of this biological experience. Move your energy forward into the timeline of this biological experience. And this is a very interesting thing that they're saying to you right now, that we are creators by nature. So you can actually project energy into different times and spaces that you haven't even arrived at yet, right? You can do that. You can project your love and your joy into the next year and watch what happens. If you do that every day, you just pause before you leave the house and just project your love into the day. And I challenge anybody who's listening to do this. Like they don't give us these ideas for nothing, right? They give us these ideas and information to use, to apply, to gain experience and wisdom from. So project your love forward into the day before you even leave your homes. Do that. Thank you so much for that. Oh, Laura Lee. Hi, Laura. Saying, I have a childhood trauma that I don't remember. How do I deal with what I don't know? Great question, Laura Lee. Yes. So it's somewhere between 0 and 6. You've got some memory blockages there. That's where you're holding a block. Again, we're not at liberty to articulate the full scope of what we would understand, but we can say this to you, that your concern and frustration connected to this blockage of your memory, the concern and frustration, you need to release it. There's a simple method we have given to this one and others, and that is to feel the frustration, to feel the confusion, to feel the energies that are connected to this blockage, to identify where in your body that blockage lives. They're wanting me to tell you that for you, it's in your head. You've got this blockage up in here. And yes, and then you can literally breathe that energy. You can breathe that feeling of the blockage, the frustration, anxiety. You can literally breathe it up and draw it out of the body and release it from your body with love and grace. So you breathe it up and out and exhale it with love and grace. Because we just spent a whole 3 weeks on being guided in this process for our 102 Masterclass, which will be coming up, I think, in July. But you might be interested if you want to really learn that. But do that today. Like, you do that, and you'll find that blockage will be released really, really quickly. Oh, thank you, another new subscriber. Wonderful. Guys, you're amazing. This is incredible. Question from Freak of Nature. To their guides, angels, ancestors, am I to stay in Oregon? I felt important to come here, and I've been second guessing. Was it fear that brought me here, or was I led? I'm being told to tell you to stop the division. It is both. You were led here, and you were guided here, and you've chosen to be here. The uncertainty that you keep. They say you keep your uncertainty here. You keep the doubt here. You have to release that doubt from in the function of your body. You know, when they started us off today, they said they wanted to emphasize for us that you store emotion in your body from the past and even from the present. So if you get upset or angry, that upset and anger goes into your biology and will cause an action in your body. And if you stay connected to those energies, you'll create events that will match the emotion. So, yeah, they're saying you just release the doubt out, like literally, like draw it out and release it with love and grace. Everything they teach us is so incredibly simple. It's not complex. It's not difficult to understand. There are simple ways you can begin to release old emotions from your body, release fear and frustration from your mind. Your mind and your body are not who you are. These are instruments that you are designed to be able to use. They're made for you to be able to use. Your mind is not your master, but you have to teach your mind to be your servant. Right now, most people's minds have been programmed by the environment, teachers, school, books, education, television. Your mind has been programmed, and a lot of people are confused, frustrated, disenfranchised, insecure, because they don't have authority over their own minds. They've given authority to that political party or that belief system or that movie series or that TV show. You've given your mind over to something outside of yourself, and your mind was designed to be a servant to you, not to be run by somebody else. Your mind was designed by nature to be your beautiful servant. And you can learn to teach your mind to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, to be open, to be receptive to you. Instead of letting anything out there to just dump whatever it wants in your mind. All this mental dis-ease you see going on the planet, all the frustration and annoyance with young people, is because their minds are taken over by stuff outside of them, and they've not been taught that they can establish peace in their mind. They can pull their attention away from the distractions of this world, all the fear that's being propagated, and pull your attention away from it. Restore your beautiful mind and your beautiful body to peace, to your peace. Learn to discover that the love that you're seeking in the world is the love that you can live within your own mind and body. You can bring that love into your own existence and then live from that love and do from that love and be from that love. And that's who you are. You are love, right? See what it says? You are love. You are love. It's your true nature. And your mind and your body are instruments. Don't let anybody run your mind. Don't let anybody run your body. They are your instruments. They are under your care. God gave them to you to take care of, to honor, to cherish, to delight in. Do not let yourself be disenfranchised by the world. You know, they keep saying this. What does it profit anybody to gain the whole world but lose your soul? And that's what happens when you get your mind taken over by the television, you get your mind taken over by your schools, you get your mind taken over by political parties or a special movement or a group. When you let that take your mind over, you're going to be unhappy, you're going to be anxious, you're going to be frustrated, because it's not your nature to be out of control. It's your nature to be in authority over your mind and over your body. That is your nature as a soul. And you can learn to do that. In spite of what anybody tells you, you don't need a pill, you don't need a drug to learn to train your mind. It might be difficult at first, because I went through many years of psychological dysfunction, and it wasn't easy. And I know how difficult that can be for people that are in that position. And it will take work, but I promise you, if you recognize that you can talk to your mind, you can teach your mind to be still, you can teach it to be quiet, you can release old emotions. You don't have to carry all that pain. Even people suffering from PTSD, whether it's from war or family events that have happened, I've been through it. Not war, but I've been through PTSD in my family system in a very intense way. And I learned to liberate those old emotions from my mind and from my body. And I have peace. So you can have peace. It's your birthright to be able to have peace. But you must first learn to take authority over your mind. And it can be very hard at first, because your mind is filled up with so much nonsense, to be afraid of this and be afraid of that. And if you keep going down that road, it just leads to wanting to escape this world, because it's so insane. But you're not insane. You can take authority over your mind. Please do that. You did not come here to suffer. Someone's asking me, is Taryn going to recover? If yes, the energy that's being presented to me is in this way. If she is willing, to give up the suffering of the truth that she keeps hidden. There is a truth that she keeps hidden. If she's willing to release the suffering that she holds because of that truth, then she will heal. Yes. If you hold on to your anger and you hold on to your pain and you continue to hold on to it, your body starts to get affected by these negative emotions over a long period of time. Unless you release those old emotions, it's like sticking a knife in your arm, and you can't, if you don't pull it out, it's going to keep hurting. Old emotions are like that. The anger, the anger, guilt, shame, the pain you went through your life. If you keep holding on to that and you have no way of releasing it, then you're going to suffer. Not because you want to, you just have not been taught that you can let go of old emotions. Like you can let go of old emotions. There's a way you can teach your mind and body to do that and not lose your memory. In fact, we have people that regain memory in our masterclass series. When we're working the Ascended Masters, people regain memory. It's an amazing phenomenon when they start releasing the emotional trauma stored in the body that's connected to those memories. And once the emotions released, then the system is not in a state of fear, and you can actually then recover those memories. And you recover them knowing what you've recovered, right? Nobody's telling you, oh, that's a recovery. No, you actually know for yourself. Nobody tells you. Tom is asking, will my vision I had for 2 years. Yes. Yeah. I'm just going to go down here. I love you so much too, Drusilla. Let's see if I can get that. Oh, I just missed it. Bear with me, guys. I'm seeing subscribers and people asking me questions on TikTok as well, so I'm trying to get to everybody. Tom is asking, will my vision I had for years of the black-haired woman come true? Once you liberate the doubt, once you feel the connection without any uncertainty, when you feel the connection, when you feel it in your body, Tom, like, because I know she's been wanting to connect to you two for a long time. So you want to feel the connection of her already, not keep it in your head. Bring it down in your body. If you were to meet her right this moment, what would your body be feeling? And if you move into that energy, Tom, the energy of how it would feel in your body if she were in your life right now, it'll literally happen in just a few days. If you can get really deeply into the feeling of her presence in your life physically right now, go into that feeling. And that feeling will create that result, right? Our emotions organize our actions. Our emotions organize all human actions. All human actions, not some. All human actions are organized by the emotions that we hold onto. Every human behavior, whether you're a saint or a sinner, the emotional energy you hold onto is what directs your functions of your life and the conditions of your life. Thank you for that, Tom. Pamela, yes, blessing to surgeons and staff. Even my mom had a Catholic mass said before them, love and support. Thank you so much, Pamela. It's really great when you share, when you get your messages here, please share what happens and unfolds for you when you come back on the live show so other people get to realize that this is not a dog and pony show. This is a real channeling of information and guidance for all of us. You know, I'm receiving this information all the time, and my whole mission is to end human suffering because it's not necessary. I don't care what anybody says. Human suffering is only necessary until you realize it's not. When you focus on love, you will move away from suffering because the actions of love are very different. The words of love are very different than anything else. The actions of fear are very unique to fear, right? They're very different. And the rest of my life will be devoted to helping shift human collective unconsciousness from fear back to love. And that is done through the information that I'm given to share with you guys, right? Yeah, blessing the surgeons. Richard's asking, does my mom have a message for me? I don't know what this is, but she's just saying she loves the outfits. She loves the new outfits. She wants you to take better care of your body, though. She wants you to take better care of your health. You're not eating properly. You need to get away from that stuff, all that junk. You need to get away from it. Yes. She's saying also that when you do this, your life will really change. Yeah. Do not miss me. Do not miss me because I'm looking over your shoulder. I'm looking over your shoulder. Do not miss me. I'm looking over your shoulder. I love that. Thank you so much. And thank you for being present. I love her energy. She's got her third eye is very active right now. Like her third eye is really active right now. But stop eating that stuff and drinking that stuff that you know you shouldn't be. She wants you to take better care of yourself. Please do. Someone's asking, will I be successful in my project? Will I be successful in my project? I have placed so much manifestation into it. Any advice? Question. They tell me this all the time, William, before you do anything, especially my guardian angel, John William, sit down. How would it feel right now if it were already achieved? That's what he always tells me, right? How would it feel if it were already achieved? And he tells me to sit in that feeling for as long as I like, but to approach every moment with that feeling, bring that feeling, keep it alive and present. But right now, to sit down in the feeling, it's already done. It's already done. And the energy that you're going to receive is going to be profound. It's already done. Feel it. Feel it in your body. When your body feels the energy of your project, when you can viscerally feel your body going like, oh, amazing, and you can feel your body reacting and responding to your vision, that's when you know the manifestation is anchoring into the physical dimension, right? Because we bring ideas from the invisible realm of consciousness into the electrical realm of thought and emotion, and then that gets translated down into the actions that produce the results. So go into that feeling really, really deeply, that feeling of it's already done. And how would you be feeling? What look would you have upon your face? How would you be walking? How would you wake up in the morning? Consider that right now. And that energy will bring the precipitation of the outcome into full focus. It's already coming into play. You've been working on it for a long time, but embody the completion of it now. Now. Thank you. Yeah. I'm just going to scroll down here. Hi, guys. Look at all these beautiful people here. Okay, so somebody's asking, do you think I have unwanted spirit around me? You will only have the spirits and the energies and the beings around you that you resonate with. You hear a lot of people that have a revelation when Master Jesus, they have a moment where they decide, I'm going to turn to love. And many people have that happen, and Master Jesus suddenly appears and they feel themselves awakened and inspired by the divine of Christ's love. And the same thing is true when you ask for Archangel Michael or Archangel Gabriel. So the vibration you're on, if it's lower, you will attract lower vibrational energies. If your vibration's higher, you'll attract and tend to attract people that are higher vibrational. Birds of a feather flock together. That's true on the physical dimension. It's true on the emotional dimension. It's true on the mental dimension. And it's true on the spiritual dimensions. But no, you need to... there's a sadness that you have to let go of, okay? There's a sadness you have to let go of. That will make certain that you don't incur more of that. But that sadness, you've been carrying around for about 5 years now. You have to let that sadness go. And literally, you can find where the sadness is in your body and release it. Like you can literally breathe an emotion out of the body and release it from the body. You can literally do that. I challenge any of you that's feeling angry or sad or depressed, feel where it is in your body and then breathe. And then release it with love and grace. Always release an old emotion with love and grace. Always. Always. Don't release an emotion, I just want to get rid of this. No, don't do that. Release old emotions, whether it's anger or fear or guilt or shame. Breathe it up, breathe it out, and release it with love and grace. Right? And you'll feel a difference in your energy. You'll feel a difference in your body. If you keep doing it, repeat it a few times, you'll feel your energy elevating up and up and up, because now you're using your will to direct energy rather than being subjective to it, right? I love that. Question for Jackie. Just looking for a positive message about my future regarding my body healing and being able to step into my purpose as a healer. Thanks. Jackie, this is great. I know, because you've been really working. So they're saying they're saying she's working too hard on this. She's trying too hard. They're saying that you're trying too hard, Jackie. You have to relax and surrender to the feeling of vitality, the feeling of peace, the feeling of time. You have all the time you need to accomplish this. You need to go into these feelings. So important for you at this time. Stop trying so hard. Yes, they use that with us a lot too. They keep reminding me. There's a very difference between the energy of the word. Remember, words produce frequencies of energy. Words produce frequencies of energy. So you think of the word trying and the word doing. Feel the difference. If you're listening, do this. Think or say the word trying. Feel the energy of it. And then think and say the word doing. Which of those two feels stronger to you? Every word, every thought has an energy. So it's so important that you learn to assume authority over your thoughts, because every thought has an energy that it creates, and you have an opportunity to change those energies. So you are in the process of doing vitality, doing health, doing healing. Stop trying. I like that. Thank you so much, Jackie. Lots of questions. We won't get to all the questions, but I'll stay on for another half hour, if you like. Oh, this is a great one. I get a yes immediately. Will I be successful in making my film? What can I do to manifest? Stay in the excitement of the film. Let the feeling of your excitement guide you. You'll feel it. Let the feeling of your excitement. Do not allow anything outside of you to diminish the vibration of your excitement. And this is what a lot of humans are struggling with. Outside imposes its reality on you, and you need to learn that you are a functional creator. Thank you for subscribing. I really, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Like, you really need to get to a place where you are generating your joy, your love, your excitement, where you're consciously saying, I'm going to feel the energy of joy right now. I'm going to go into it. And you do this. And guys like, Tony Robbins is a great guy for you. He teaches that whole process of using physiology to generate state changes, right? Which is altering and shifting emotion using biology. But you can also do it in your own mind's eye. You can literally imagine seeing yourself, the film completed. It's showing at the what do they call those things? Those film festivals. And everybody's loving it. Go into the feelings that you can generate with your mind and stay connected to them every day. But yes, I get a strong yes that this film will be very, not just successful, but very exciting to complete, right? The function of most humans now needs to shift towards love and away from fear. So I hope your film is one of inspiration and love. I get a really positive energy about it. Yeah. So Leanna is saying, I'm in a transitional period in my life. What do I do now? I'm really glad you're asking that question, because there's so many humans on this physical dimension that are in a transitional state of life, and depending on the outside world to try and fill the gap, right? If you look to the outside world to create your life, you're going to experience a lot of disappointment and suffering, when within you, Leanna, within you is love. Within you is joy. Within you are the things you love to do. And if you can align yourself to those energies, even if you don't know what you want to do with your life, if you can get connected to love and stay present with it. It's a really simple thing they gave me to do many years ago. Take a notepad, like a little tiny notepad, and walk around for a whole week. Do this for a whole week. And every time something you see or hear or smell or touch or taste, it gives you joy, makes you feel happiness, lifts your energy up, write it down. And the reason they gave that to me is they said by giving your attention to those things that give you joy, you start to shift your energy and you'll start to change the conditions in your life. And I started to apply that, and it works. So start focusing on the things in your world that give you joy. Don't focus on the things that give you anger or frustration or judgment. I've been down those roads. It's not a lot of fun, and you're not going to get very far in terms of happiness. But you're in a really great point. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, you're in a really, really great point in your life right now. You've got such an opportunity of choice. So when we hear you say, I'm at a place where I'm not certain, where do I go from here? This is where you have the choice. Will you choose love or will you choose fear? The functions of love, the functions of fear are very unique and distinct. Do not let your attention be captured by doubt. Let your attention be captured by possibilities. For you at that place, you get to choose the possibilities now. That's wonderful. Thank you, Leanna. Great question. I'm just trying to, so many different questions, guys. Well, you guys are just hammering it today. I love it. Everybody, everywhere. I got having so much fun here. Question from Shantae. Beautiful, beautiful vibration to that word. Yes, Om Namah Shiva. Any message from my spirit guides and ancestors, please? I think you just got it. Om Namah Shiva. Shiva Om Namah. Yes, I'm not pronouncing it exactly the way I'm hearing it, but I'm doing as best I can. Om Namah Shiva. Shiva Om Namah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Manoj is asking, is there a message from my guides regarding my Kundalini awakening? They're telling me it's time to pop champagne, spiritually speaking, to let it bubble up, to not try to confine it so much. Yes, you're keeping it. They're saying you're still keeping yourself blocked here. You need to let that energy like literally flow right up and out back into the field. Literally let it flow right up and out. But they're saying keep the lower gate closed. Keep the lower gate closed when you allow this to flow up. Keep the lower gate closed. They know what we mean by saying this. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Manoj. Yeah, keep the lower gate closed when you do that. Yes, totally. Hi, guys. Oh, somebody's saying, Sasha Soros is saying, is there something I'm doing to block my blessings regarding my business? Actually, you are, and you know it. That's why you're asking the question. They want you to stop holding back. Stop focusing on what is blocked, what is not happening. You must focus on the vibrational flow that it is happening. What is it? The increase in business and money. She's seeking an increase in money. Okay. Just tell her to let the flow. So if you had the flow of money, that you're desiring, this is what they're telling me. If you had the flow of money that you're desiring, how would that feel? Because once you start to feel the energy of something and your body begins to feel that energy, you're actually transmitting that function of creation into this dimension. Once your body starts to react to an emotion, it's starting to be transmitted as a functional part of your three-dimensional reality. And they want you to just really feel the flow of money in your body. Feel it flowing through your body. Feel it filling your world. This is very simple to do. You must let go of the idea that there is some form of resistance or blockage, rather than to focus on the fact that it is flowing. You'll feel the difference immediately. If you're hearing what we're saying, then you'll do this and you'll feel the difference immediately. The flow of wealth, the flow of money in your life. Let yourself feel this. You will see evidence of it immediately. But feel it first. You must feel the thing you desire for it to become functional in this world. Your body must feel it for it to become real. Wow. Thank you so much. It's a really great question. I think a lot of people need to hear something like that. Oh, thank you so much. Somebody's saying I explain it so well and simple. That's because they're telling me. They're telling me exactly what to say. I'm just repeating what I'm being told to say, right? So thank you so much. That they always say that too. They do not like unnecessary complexity. They say unnecessary complexity just tangles all of you up. Unnecessary complexity. The simpler a truth is, the easier it is to understand. And if you understand, you can grow. You can comprehend. But if something is, as many of your politicians would say, their words and language confuse you and manipulate you because they sound very beautiful and wonderful, their words, but they do not have substance or meaning to them. And usually they do not mean most of what they say. But you must understand that you yourself can embody any experience you wish into this world. It's very simple. Very simple. Um, yes, there is. Jonathan. Sid908. Jonathan. Somebody named Jonathan is with you spiritually right now. This is wonderful. You guys are amazing. Look at you guys go. I'm not even sure what to do with all this. It's incredible. I'll figure it all out. For those of you that are subscribing to me, you've obviously helped me to exceed my subscriber goal this week. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Because I'm still relatively new to TikTok, and the whole thing of being on the World Wide Web is still, I don't understand a lot of the technology of it, or the SEO and all this other stuff. That's not what my function is. My function is to just show up and let the information and the wisdom and knowledge that they're channeling through me to go to the people that need it most at this time. And I get comments where people think it's convoluted and rambling, and it's not. But simplicity to a complex mind can be confusing. Simplicity to a complex mind can seem confusing. I like that. Laura, gentleness. They want you to learn gentleness. Laura's asking about her spirit guides. What do spirit guides want her to learn? Gentleness, to really understand gentleness. Thank you for the super chat from Meditation and Beautiful Views. CJ, hi CJ, morning. Any message for me today? Yes. You need to get out into the sun. Like, get into some sun. Do not put sunblock on. You need to experience his energy. They're referring to the sun when they say his energy. You need to experience his energy in its purest form. They're saying 7 minutes. 7 minutes of your earth time will be sufficient for your body. Let the light ignite the change. Let the light ignite the change. She knows of what we speak. Yes. Okay. Thank you, CJ. I really appreciate that. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you so much, Shantae. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's really fun how the way they deliver messages sometimes. It's really good. And I want to thank my moderators on YouTube and TikTok for it. Again, for those of you that come on and you think this is a scam, or I'm a scam or anything, that's okay. I understand. There's so much of that going on in the world that it's hard to believe it when it's true. It really is. But you're not here to suffer. You're here to learn the function of love. You really are. Thank you for that heart thingy on TikTok. I really appreciate it. Yes. Natty's asking, is my Uncle Michael here right now? He was here with you earlier. He was here with you earlier. Here as in where you are right now, with you earlier. He comes and goes. He says, as needed. As needed. He says, you're still like a little baby deer. Like you're still learning to stand on your legs. He understands. That's why he hangs with you, comes back and forth. Because you're still getting yourself on your feet. He wants me to tell you to be very patient. Do not hurry yourself in what you're learning right now. Be less anxious and be more excited. Be excited for you are going where you need to be going. Yes. Yes. When you're taking the exams, he's going to be with you, okay? When you're taking the exams, he's going to be with you. He wants you to remember what your goal was, what your objective was. Here we go here. Let's see. We got to that. Oh, yes. You're very welcome. Yeah, so for those of you that are just coming aboard or new or anything like that, I'm live Mondays, Wednesdays, where there's a discussion and then a Q&A section that follows. Friday's just Q&A day for everybody, and then Saturday we do a short discussion and an introduction to the functions and the practice of meditation at its most basic level. And anybody who gets the basic level of what meditation is and how to use it can begin to heal their mind and heal their body. And I hope you'll join me tomorrow too when we go live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Meditation isn't just about sitting on a pillow. It's about learning to reclaim your authority over your thinking mind and learning to reclaim authority over how your body functions. You know, we have been so conditioned to think that our happiness is going to come from how we look and what we get. No, your body, the body you're in right now, is the most exquisite creation in existence. Everyone, your body is the most exquisite creation in existence in this dimension. There will never be another body like yours, ever. Every hair, every mole, every freckle, every pimple, every strand of gray hair or white hair, the positioning of your arms and legs, they're unique and wondrous, never to be duplicated. Isn't that a blessing to know that you have a one-of-a-kind masterpiece that you get to live your life through? A one-of-a-kind masterpiece. I love that. I truly love that. Question from Vio. Any chance to get a message from my ancestors? Many thanks. Drumming. Have you done any drumming lately? I'm getting drumming. You need the rhythm of a skin drum. The rhythm of a skin drum. Very important. This be done on the wood. On the wood. It needs to be done on the wood. You need to sit on the wood and play the skin of the drum. Do not be caught up in the actions of the body's sound, but feel the vibration that you give rise to awaken your consciousness to. The vibration of the sound will awaken you to something very different than you currently know. But the skin drum. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Great question. Lori is saying, thank you for all these messages. All the answers resonate with me. Do I have a specific message? Well, there's one message for all of us, Lori, and thank you for asking that. There's one message for all of us, everyone, to remember and reclaim your function of creation through love. To remember and reclaim your function of creation through love, not through fear, right? Fear, the function of fear keeps you trapped in your body as an animal. When you're trapped in fear, you're trapped in your body because fear is a function of survival. Love is a function of creation. Really simple. Fear is a function of survival. Love is a function of creation. And if you're in fear, you can't create anything new in your life. Well, you'll create things, but they'll be based in fear. Because the emotion you're on will create things like itself, right? So that's a really important message, that reclaim your function of love, which is creation, and surrender the function of fear, right? There's so much in the world, politicians, world leaders, corporations, companies, that want you to stay in a place of fear and need and want, because they gain great profit from you and the vanity that they've taught you to live in. And it's not your nature to suffer. It's your nature to create. It's your nature to create. Remember that. You are a creator. Someone's saying on TikTok, so glad to be able to see your readings again. You have changed me so much last reading. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a beautiful reading. They're all unique and distinct. Yeah, if anybody wants to get a reading, they can certainly check out my website, torontomedium.com or williammichaelforbes.com, and you can book a half-hour reading or a 1 hour reading with me there. You're very, very welcome, darling. Uh, someone's asking, is my Uncle Lee at peace? Oh no, he's having a great time. He's excited. He's liberated. He's free. He's with the angels that he was believing in his heart. He knew they were there. Now he's with them. The best I can, it's like he's in angel training school, right? It's funny when you leave the body, and you come into the body. It's very different. But yeah, he's not. He's an excitement. I guess excitement is a form of peace, isn't it? Because if you're happy and you know it, you're at peace, right? He's great. He's got a great guy. I love his energy. The life of the party. The life of the party. Yes. I'm grateful to have you here too. Just scrolling down here. Someone's saying, yeah, isn't that great? Like the messages are not for any one person. Every message is for all of us. Yeah, I will. They just want me to say, it's important to understand that the message of love, for whomever it is given, is for all to receive. The messages of love are for all to receive, even those who live in fear. They're saying especially those who live in fear. Wow. Thank you so much. Where are we here? There's so much happening, guys. Shanti, thank you for that super chat, Shanti. Om Namah Shiva. Yesterday I got a Shiva Lingam crystal as a gift. Thank you for that, Michael. It's funny how many people call me Michael. Archangel Michael has been with me since I was 5 years old, and I wasn't conscious of my guides and angels till about 4.5 years ago. They've always been with me. I can look back now from where I am at and the experience that I've had in the last 4 years, channeling and bringing their messages through, that we all have guides and angels that we can be completely oblivious to. And we can have miracles and manifestations happen. We say, thank God, but your guides and angels are around you. And when you start shifting your energy away from fear towards love, you'll start to experience their presence with you. They'll actually start to work deliberately with you. But thank you. I'm so grateful. That happens all the time. But yeah, a lot of people call me Michael. It's actually my middle name after my biological father, who pops around from time to time. He comes when he comes around. When my dad comes around, I always get a craving for a beer, and I don't drink. But what I do is I go to I'll go and I'll get a Heineken 0 alcohol, and I'll sit and I'll have a beer with him. Right? It's a non-alcohol, so I'm good with that. Right? You don't want to see me drinking. I don't want to see me drinking. Yeah. Have people, this is a great question. Have people who have passed over met God? Yes, some do. Some actually vibrate high enough that they connect to the divine. But yes, I will. I'm being told by Master Jesus right now to tell you that any of those here that would open their hearts to love and truth would meet God in the flesh even. You may meet God in the flesh if you are in love, if you are in the spirit of his love. You will meet him in the flesh. I like that. Thank you, brother. Somebody said, did I get your PayPal question? Let me just take a look, darling. So that's Kristen Brightwell. Let me take a quick peek here, Kristen. Again, I'm fairly new to this, but I will check right now. And I'm seeing there might be a few here. So if you've sent me a PayPal question, thank you for letting me know. I'm glad I caught that because now I can get them. Where are they? There's Kristen. Okay. Kristen, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Just trying to find where you left the question. Oh, are Wesley and I meant to be together? What is the connection? Okay, you two were together in another lifetime. We're going back to like the 16th century. Yes, this was in North America. Yes, Yes, you were both. Yeah. I want to say, I don't want to say a specific, but I feel Cherokee was the tribe. That's the connection where your love started. But I mean, again, I got the presence of a being here saying, but it is your choice now. In that event, the community supported your union, and now you two must support your union and let the fruits of your love come from that. Yes, let the fruits of your love come from that. Yes. Wow. So you get to decide. You really get to decide if you want to be together. But yes, this is for you to actually agree to. You must both agree to this. It must be done by agreement. You spent your entire lives together in that experiential lifetime. You literally spent like 65 years together, like a long time for that era, that period, for those conditions, because the conditions were very different living in North America in those days. Yeah, but the love has gone through, and I've experienced that. The partner I have right now, we've spent multiple lifetimes together, and we've had the honor and the privilege of being able to have a 40-minute segment of our time together where we actually experienced what that was, the comings, the goings, the meeting and the separations that happened through time and space. But yeah, you've got to sit down with Wesley, and really, it has to be a choice you make together in love. It cannot be made from fear. Do not commit to be with anybody from any other energy than love. Commit through love, and make certain that you both do it. Thank you so much for that question, Christian. I really appreciate that. Let's see here. Another one here. Another question here. I'm trying to get these questions here on Patreon. Yeah. Question from Precious Omovo, Pio. I have 2 marriage proposals. Oh yes, we did. That question was actually answered. That's really fascinating. And I hope you share, please share with us what the result is. What you feel in your heart, your energy. Which energy does it feel the most expansive with? Because a part of us always knows the answer. There's a part of us that always knows the answer. Thank you so much for that question on TikTok. Really appreciate that. Question from Shannon from TikTok. What steps can I take in my physical world to improve my relationships? Well, I'm so grateful that you asked that question. And I want to tell you a little anecdote before. Yes, I will. Okay, I'll tell you this first. They want me to tell you, first and foremost, to be in the joy of having it right now. To be in the joy. They say you keep, yes, they're saying you keep going back to the fear you're not going to have it. And you can't do that. Every time you do that, you move away from the thing you're seeking. So you go, I really want this. But then you're not seeing immediate evidence of it, so you go back to fear. So you're literally taking one step forward, one step back, and going nowhere. She can ameliorate this very quickly by remembering the joy of love in her life now. The joy of love, even the joy of love she has experienced in the past. She may use the memory of these things to anchor the emotion in the present, to bring it into her life again. It's very important. She understands this. She can do this to bring the energy of your love to now, of this relationship, to feel it here and now. It is not to come, it is here now, to stay in the presence of this love with this other here and now, even if you do not see them with your eyes or hear them with your ears, but you feel the union in your heart. In that moment, you have opened the door, which shall happen fairly quickly for you. I love that. And please, when that does happen for you, Shannon, send me an email, WilliamMichaelForbes59@gmail.com. I'd love to hear your stories. For those of you that have whose messages have manifested for you, that have gained something new, please share your comments under any of my YouTube videos, because on TikTok Live, the live is done But please share your comments, your effects, your experiences with any of the things that they give us to do here, right? Whatever your experience is, please share. It helps other people to be inspired, so they're not alone. Very important. So thank you, Shannon. Question from Laura. Hi, Laura. Oh, let me see here. All right, where's your question? I'm just trying to see. Laura, I guess your question may have been answered already. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Question from Rowena. I'm planning on starting a woodworking craft business. Do you see it being significant? Wow. Yes. I got like this like there's literally a flood of nature divas that want you to bring the spirit of the nature into your work. That you can embody, literally you can embody the love of nature into your work. Yes. This is more than woodworking. This is a work of love. Yes, all these nature spirits working with the wood, they're very excited about this. They're saying not, no, okay. They're saying to let the feeling of your joy flow into your work. The success is your joy. The success is your love of the spirit of the wood that you have a great kinship with. You have a great kinship with that. That's beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Question from Ba Xia PL. Question, any guidance for my son on his new path of life? Is this the right path? May his angel and God protect him at all times. That's a given as long as he stays away from fear. You see, many of the young people today are being trained into uncertainty. Many young people are being taught to be uncertain of who they are, to be afraid, to be angry, to not appreciate and respect who they are. They're being taught you have to be different, you have to be this way, you have to be what we tell you to be. No, you already are something unique and special. And your son is no different here. He is very beautiful, he's very unique. Yes. He must walk the path. He must walk the path with his curiosity intact. We stress that his curiosity is very important. They're saying it's like his superpower. His curiosity is his superpower. If he stays connected to that, that's connected to his love and is connected to his manifesting as well, right? So now I'm so grateful. Yeah, he's always protected at all times, all spaces, all places. And that's a mantra you can use for yourself too. Question from Moon Witch 1. Question, please. Why did I fall ill so suddenly today, sneezing my heart out? Moon Witch, can you do something for us? I'm being told to have you do this right now. Sit down, place your hands over your, like the sides of your face, like this, leave your nose out. Place your hands here. And to that part that feels ill, turn your attention and just speak or think or speak and think these words. I'm with you. I love you. I will not ignore you. And I will not abandon you. Speak those words in a tone of sincerity. I'm with you. I love you. I will not abandon you. I will not ignore you. And feel what happens as you do that. And just do that 3 times. And then please share in the comment section what you experienced so others get to have a reference point for what the effects of different thought forms are on our biology. Because every thought, every word has an energy. Every thought that goes in your mind, every thought people give you, every thought that you hold affects the energy in your body and generates emotional energies. So please let us know, Moon Witch, what your experience is of that. Oh, we've actually gotten to the end of the questions. That's amazing. I am so grateful. And let's take a look here. I said I missed another question here. I think I got them all, guys. Let's see. Someone's asking me, how old was I when I realized I had a gift? I'm a teenager learning about my ability daily. Well, thank you for asking that question. And it's a really beautiful question. Everybody, I realized it about 4.5 years ago. I finally opened up to it. But everyone, they tell me, and I know from my own experience as well, we were all born with not just 5 physical senses. You were born with 5 with other non-physical senses. So you have sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. Then you have clairvoyance, which means to see without eyes. You can see clearly. Clairaudience, which means you can hear without ears, but you can hear clearly. Claircognizance, which means to just know things. You can just know. And then clairsentience, which means you can feel things without them being diagnosed by your body. So you've got 5 external senses and 4 internal senses. Those are the most dominant ones. Everyone, you were born with them. There's a process you can go through to learn to develop them. Unfortunately, what has happened to most people is the environment captures our attention into the 5 physical senses so exclusively that we never get a chance to develop those internal senses properly. And yet, any mothers or fathers here that are listening to this right now, and even yourself, young soul, if you watch little babies, especially when they just start getting up and walking and moving around, and they go to touch something, and mommy or daddy says, "Don't touch that," and the little child touches it anyway. They touch it in spite of you saying, "Don't touch that." They touch it anyway, and the parents get frustrated. "Oh, I told you not to touch that." No, that's not what happened. They actually did what you wanted. What the parent is doing is transmitting the image to the child of them touching it. So the parent communicates the image of they see the child touching it in their mind. The child telepathically picks up that thought and reacts to it and thinks, "Oh, they're sending me an image. That's what they want me to do," because children between the ages of 0 and 5 do not comprehend or understand language very well. So they default to images. They perceive telepathically images, thoughts, and ideas. They don't perceive language, right? So it's very important that parents understand that what they hold in their mind about their children affects them and themselves. But for you to develop these things, first you need to learn to teach your mind and body to be still and quiet. That is the first thing, to teach your mind, to teach your body to be still and quiet, so that you begin to get familiar with who and what you are as awareness. Because as awareness, you can function independent of what you've been taught to believe by the world. You can train yourself to be aware of acquiring information beyond the 5 physical senses. And again, that takes practice, but it doesn't take long. It's easier, especially when you're younger, because you don't have much clutter. But it's also difficult for some of the younger people because you've been given identities by the world. Remember, most of what you think and believe was given to you by the world. You didn't choose it. From ages 0 to about ages 10, most of the information that you've been given wasn't even of your choosing. It was given you by the world. It was imposed on your mind. And I'm not saying that that's good or bad, but that's what happened. And you were given an identity. That identity, the thoughts, the memories, the emotions that come with that identity and the experiences you've acquired are a vibration that may or may not be compatible with who you are as a soul. So you might feel conflicted inside because of what you're feeling inside isn't right, because there's thoughts, ideas, and beliefs that aren't in harmony with who you are as a spiritual entity, right? You see that, we have a time in our upbringing where the parents call it the terrible twos, where the child around age 2 gets very rebellious and demanding and angry, and they call it the terrible twos. It's not the terrible twos. It's where a soul the identity is being forced on them, and they rebel against this false identity, this identity the world's imposing on them. And I'm not saying that if you're going to give a child good ideas, good thoughts, good education, good information, you're going to elevate their energy up. They're not likely to rebel. If you're coming from a place of love, if you're teaching from love, if you're teaching from compassion, your children will not go through that terrible 2 stage. But if you're presenting ideas and information that conflicts with their true nature, there's going to be a problem. But for you, beautiful soul, the young people, it is the young people that I hope hear these words, because you're not who the world has taught you to think you are. You are living in a very unique body that will never be replicated in all of creation. You've been given a unique opportunity that's yours. It's not the world to dictate what you should be, But you have this beautiful instrument and this beautiful mind and the function of creation. Use them wisely. And again, remember, you've got a priceless work of creation. You live in a most exquisite creation. Your body is like the only one of its kind in all of existence. I hope you cherish it and delight in it, even if it's difficult trying to figure out how it works and what it is and the processes of coming to a body that's male or coming to a body that's female, and learning to go through the process of learning to delight and appreciate and honor and cherish what you've been given and what you can create with your consciousness. Because you can create such amazing things, especially younger people. You have so much knowledge and information from the world visible to you, but now you've got to step away from the world, go within, train your mind and body into stillness and quiet so that you can begin to access information. You can call on the ascended masters, you can call on God, you can call on the angels, you can call on these beings when you're not distracted by the world. And the challenge that young people are facing is there's so much distraction, so much keeping you out there. I want this, I want that, I need this. And you're confused because you're distracted. So my first personal advice to you is to learn to train your mind and body to be in stillness. Yes. I'm told to tell you there will be great things to come. There will be great things to come. Yes. Yes. Just getting ourselves out of the personalized identity we've been given and to reclaim our creative consciousness is very important. But thank you. I'm really delighted and I'm honored and privileged to answer questions from all of you. And please forgive me for saying, but especially young people, because young people, if they are able to awaken to who they truly are as spiritual creators, you're not a body, okay? Your body's an instrument. If they can wake up to the function of who they truly are, then they will create a world that is unlike any other we have seen in millions of years. And I mean millions of years, because there have been civilizations that are millions of years old on this planet. But the young people, if they are liberated from the prejudices of the world, like the beliefs and ideas that conflict with love, and you know what those are. Anytime you find yourself being angry, that's not love. Love does not get angry. Love stays reasonable and centered and compassionate and kind and honest. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm really glad you asked that question. Yeah, wonderful. I think we're good today. Somebody's saying, will my harm reduction goals be successful? Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Yes, we want to give you something to assist you with this. So there are two parts that you are dealing with. There's the part that is harming and the part being harmed. Usually it is the conflict between the mind and the body. A thought in the mind generates an action that creates a function of your body. So when you perceive the function of that action coming to your awareness, pause and simply embrace the part that is angry or attacking and the part that is being hurt. Embrace both and say to them, I'm willing to love you and honor you, and I will take care of you with love and grace. Communicate that to both parts, to both those aspects of the mind and body. You as a soul are very distinct from them. That's why you're frustrated, because you see these two aspects of your life, your mind and your body, in opposition to each other, and nobody has taught you how to interact with your mind and body from this perspective, where you say to them, oh, my mind is a little upset and my mind then hurts my body. And you say to it, I am with you. I love you. I will take care of you. And you stay in the energy of not just stay in the energy of communicating your love to them. You will feel them change even right now. Turn to your body, turn to your mind. And the statement, I am with you and I love you, even if I do not understand you. I am with you and I love you, even if I do not understand you. There's a reason for that statement, but we will not elaborate on it at this time. But that specific statement, I am with you, I love you, even if I do not understand you. You think or speak these words, you will feel a change in the energy of your own mind and body. And when you begin to recover your ability to direct your mind and body as a function of your own consciousness, you will begin to create freedom and joy. You'll have an authority, and your mind and body need you to take care of them and love them and cherish them. Your mind and body depend on you. Many people think that they have to depend on their mind and body, and that's where confusion comes in. Your mind and body are your servants, not your masters. Wow, thank you. I love that. Okay, guys. I think we're good for today. I will be coming on again at some point. I think I'll take one more question from YouTube. I think I did, Laura. I think I did. I'll double. Did you ask another question? Let me see. Okay, I'm just trying to find the question. There's no question in the request, but Laura, yeah, I see that you're on YouTube right now. Can you please ask your question here? It's okay if your TikTok froze, hon. You don't have anything to worry about. We can make all the time you need. So just ask your question again on YouTube. Go ahead, hon. Take your time. Yeah. Yeah, take your time. Okay, here it is. So Laura's asking, what do my spirit animals want me to know? I believe that question was answered. But I can tune in to see if there's anything else there for you, Laura. They want you to go and lie on the forest floor, like lie on the forest floor. Let your body lie flat. Let your body lie flat on the forest floor. I'm told the spirit of the deer will peer at you from behind the trees, but to rest upon the forest floor, like literally not a blanket, like lie on the floor. Let your body come in contact with the earth. And the spirit of the deer will watch you from behind the trees. That's what I'm being told to tell you. Very important that you, again, don't put, let your head rest upon the forest floor. As long as your hands rest upon the forest floor. It's very important for the grounding that you need. There's a process of grounding that you need. That's why they're asking you to do that. Yeah. And I'll ask one more question on TikTok now. Thank you so much for your question, Laura. I really appreciate it. I will be coming live again on TikTok on, I believe it's Sunday evening at 7 p.m. And for those of you on 7 p.m., I will be bringing people on live with me. For those of you that are on TikTok, you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 followers to come live with me. Or I think if you're a subscriber, I can bring you on live with me. So I will bring people on to answer questions live as well. And that will be a Sunday at 7 p.m. So somebody's saying, how do I ask my spirit guides for help when going down a path I'm unsure I'm supposed to? Again, inside you is a knowing, and you're asking this question because you know the answer exists. Your heart center, this part of your body, is your heart center. Sit your body down, relax. And again, in our 101 Masterclass program on awakening, we teach this process where you learn to sit and you can ask a question and and we call it practicing yes and no's, right? And you can learn to ask a question and feel how this part of your body, yes, for many people tends to be an expansion of energy, and no tends to be a contraction of energy. So when you're about to do something or go somewhere, ask, is this the right place for me to go or be? And feel how the energy responds. And then you can ask the opposite, is this not the right place for me to go or be? And feel how the energy responds. You'll feel a difference in the energy. You want to follow the expansion more than you follow the contraction, right? But the contraction can tell you, can be a way of determining not how to know not what to do, to know what not to do, pardon me. Sorry guys. Yes, so for those of you that want to re-watch this on TikTok, you can watch it on my YouTube channel. Go over to my YouTube channel, William Michael, youtube.com/William Michael Forbes, and you can watch. Literally, I got it's over 700 different channeling videos for the last 4 years since I had my awakening and since they've been talking to me. And they are specific individuals. They aren't just some amorphous group. Sometimes they come as a collective. Sometimes they come as individuals. Master Jesus, Buddha, Zarathustra, Lao Tzu, Joan of Arc, many others. Again, when you realize that you are not, your physical body is not the only functional dimension, that you function on 4 dimensions, you'll understand why the practice of mediumship is something that's natural and innate to everybody. You're all born with unique spiritual gifts, everybody, not some. You just have to develop them. The world does not loan itself to teaching you to be a spiritually awakened being. It loans itself to you being a servant or a slave to the world, right? So I hope you awaken and arise and ascend, because this is the time of ascension. I want to wish you all much love, and I want to say thank you very much for my moderator, to Christopher. Thank you so much for your support and the kindness and the love and the compassion you extend to other people, and everybody here for your questions, your heartfelt love and appreciation and respect. I extend that to you with love and grace. To all of you, I send you much love, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for the discussion and meditation. And again, that will be with Archangel Raphael. He seems to be coming up a lot lately because there's a lot of healing that people are wanting to learn, function of healing. People want to learn how to heal. And I'm really excited about tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. Then have yourself a joyful day. Bye for now.